Hi there and welcome to this overview video for Orange Tree Sample's Sitardelic. This library runs in both the full and free versions of Contact and also utilises the NKS format for compatibility with complete control hardware. Sitardelic is a little bit of a departure from the regular roster of Orange Tree Sample's instruments, as the samples are from a vintage 1960s electric guitar which is designed to sound like a sitar. The real live version of this guitar has featured in hundreds of tracks from artists such as Lenny Kravitz and Steve Vai. This instrument brings with it some unique construction elements, including a special bridge to mimic the buzz of real sitar strings, and a full octave of drone strings to add resonance and body to the tone. 5,600 samples have been captured, including 3 dynamic layers, 2 pick directions, and round robins. Each string was recorded individually, producing a library that's over 4 GB uncompressed. And as ever with the Orange Tree Sample's Evolution engine, the onboard strumming engine and modelled effects enable you to shape the performance of Sitardelic to your taste. So let's take a look, and I'll start by playing some of the presets, and I'll use them to show how the sounds have been made using the tone and setup menus. This preset uses the EQ, compressor, chorus, reverb and delay in the tone panel to thicken up the sustain articulation. In addition to these effects, there are lots of modelled effects pedals, cabinets and amps on board Sitardelic to choose from. You might not always want to drive this instrument hard, but the option is there, right within the interface. Let's hear some amp and cab simulation. Another preset now, and this one's a great choice for psychedelic prog rock or downtempo grooves. This uses the wah-wah effect, as you can see in the tone panel. Let's imagine for a second that we want to change to a deeper, more resonant tone. We could go into the setup panel and change the fretting position to 10, forcing finger positions up the fretboard, as you can see in the interface. There are lots of other options for customization in this panel. Check out the double tracking with this preset. You can actually generate automatic treble and quadruple tracking too. And here you can see loads of other customizable options on this panel as I scroll down, including pick modelling, tuning, legato, bend and vibrato settings. So far we've only heard the sustain articulation, but there are also mutes and harmonics which can be mapped to velocity, key switch, sustain pedal or any MIDI CC. See here how this patch uses harmonics at low velocities and sustains at high velocities. There are also FX samples at the top of the keyboard for embellishing your phrases. And unique to Sitardelic, these include some harmonic strums. And an octave of resonant strings, which are usually automatically played, but can also be used as a special effect if required. Let's look at the strumming engine briefly. In other videos for the Evolution guitar series, I've demoed some of the more straightforward strummed patterns, so I'll not go into that in too much detail here, but suffice to say you've got the same presets in both 3/4 and 4/4 time with Sitardelic. This library really comes into its own with broken chords, and these are easy to program using the strum engine. First, let's switch the chord mode to held notes only. You've also got automatic chords and custom chords if you prefer. And this preset, Travis Who, is a good example of arpeggios in action. If you use some nice widely spaced chord voicings and the single string picks, you can create some nice spicy broken chords. You can also use the keys here, D and D sharp, to trigger chords or re-trigger single notes. The harder you press them, the more strings are played. I hope that's given you a small taste of Sitardelic. It's a really unusual sounding guitar with a wide variety of uses. For more information, head to the Orange Tree Samples website, where you can access the manual and listen to demos. Thanks so much for watching.